In this video I'm going to show you how to make the bed. First, let's maximize the front viewport. Now, set up this image as your viewport background. Make sure you check Match Bitmap and lock Zoom and Pan. Press OK. This is the bed we are going to model. It's not too complicated, but still it will take some time. Okay, let's get started. Select the line tool and draw a line like this. You can move the center of the viewport to your current mouse position by pressing I button on your keyboard. Now let's give this line a rectangular profile. Go to Rendering tab and press Enable. Change the profile to rectangular. Adjust the size. Okay. Now convert it to editable poly. And use the scale and move tools to manipulate the vertices to match the reference image. It looks like it's a bit too thick, so let's reduce the thickness a little bit, like this. Let's add some edges here. Select these edges and press Connect. And some more edges here. We're doing this to increase the amount of detail in this area. We want to make the little foot. So select these vertices and scale them up like this. Now select this polygon over here at the very end and delete it. Same for the other end. Good. Now select some of these edges and press Loop. We want to chamfer them. This way they will still be hard edges after turbo smoothing. Maybe increase the segments to 2. Okay, and let's chamfer these edge loops as well. Okay, let's check out the turbo smooth. I think the basic shape is pretty good. Now you can add a symmetry modifier below the turbo smooth. let's reduce the welding threshold so the vertices are not collapsed. Like this. Okay, looks good. Let's make this connecting line over here. Adjust the size. And check from the top viewport as well. It's too thick. Okay, looks good. Now add edit poly modifier and chamfer the long edges. Okay. Let's make this line now. Again, use the line tool to trace the shape. Actually, just half of the shape. And make the other half with the symmetry modifier. You can see that it's not perfectly flat. It seems like it's a bit twisted. So let's add edit poly. Adjust the size. Let's give it a little twist. Select these vertices and rotate them like this. And these ones as well. And these ones too. Check from the perspective view. Let's rotate this. And scale these down a little bit. Something like this. Okay, delete the lower polygon over here and on this side as well. Now you can select the long edges, press loop and chamfer them. Okay, and add turbo smooth. Maybe scale these a little smaller. Okay. And add symmetry modifier. Try to match the center of this element here. Let's make this connector now. Make a simple box. Make sure it covers all the width from the top view. Convert to editable poly. adjust the size. And let's add some edges here. Select this and press connect. Increase the number of segments to 2. And let's pinch them a little bit out, like this. Now select these polygons and extrude them out. Choose the extrusion type local normal. Like this. Perfect. Okay. Let's delete the polygons on the side. Select one of these edges, press loop, press ring, and chamfer them. Like this. Now select these edges, press loop, chamfer them. And let's add turbo smooth. Okay. Let's add shell modifier below the turbo smooth. Reduce the outer amount and increase the inner amount. And add some more segments to the shell. Let's make it a little bit wider. Like this. And let's make a simple connector over here. Use the rectangle tool. Well, actually, let's use the box tool. Like this. Go to perspective. And convert to editable poly. Select all the edges and chamfer them a little bit. Like this. You can copy this element to the other side now. Use Shift plus Move tool to do that. I noticed that this element is not flat as well. It has the same curving as this one. So let's fix that and hide everything. Select this element. Okay, first of all, let's make it a little bit thinner. Now rotate the vertices. Not too much, but enough to make it noticeable. Okay. Okay, the front part now is ready. Let's move on to the back. Let's move this to the side for now. And let's make the copy of this element. Shift plus move. and choose copy. And scale it down a little bit to match the reference. And move the vertices to match the image. We can add some more edge loops here, just to define the shape better. And here. Okay, let's make this curling element here. Use the line tool again, trace the shape. Don't use too many points, just enough. Okay, change the size. Don't make it too thick. Like this should be fine. And convert to editable poly. Now adjust shape. You can see it gets thinner on the ends. Looks like we need some more edges here. Use the connect tool to make them. And make a nice round head for it. Like this. Now make this part wider. Actually, we can just make one side and use symmetry lighter. Select this edge and press ring. Now use connect. You can see that this part is rounded. So to round it, we will use these edges we just added. Just select these vertices and move them out. Like this. And this one as well. Okay. Now let's make these edges harder. Select these edges, press loop, okay, first let's delete these polygons over here. Now select these edges, press loop, and deselect these ones. Okay, now use the chamfer tool. Use a small value, like this. Now select this edge, and press loop, and add this to the selection. Chamfer them as well, but use a larger value. We're doing this because you can see that these edges are hard on the inside and a bit smoother on the outside. Okay. Now select these vertices and connect them. I want to make a nice smooth transition over here. So remove the edges on the inside. Like this. Okay, let's see it with Turbo Smooth applied. Maybe a bit too thick in this place. Too wide. Looks better. Now you can add symmetry below the Turbo Smooth. Rotate the symmetry axis and check flip. Okay, should be fine like this. Now you can add edit poly on top of the symmetry to adjust the shape manually. Add some more iterations to the Turbo Smooth. And it looks pretty good. There is a little bit of rotation to this element, so you can add that by rotating the vertices. Okay. Now copy this element to the top. Let's detach this part. And use mirror on it. Mirror on the x-axis. and position over here. Now use the attach tool to attach the element we broke off earlier. You can see it's flipped inside out, so select this element and press the flip button. Okay, now select this border and shift plus move it to extrude. Extrude again. And one more time. Select both of these borders and try the bridge tool on them. Well, it's not working correctly, so we're gonna have to bridge edge by edge. Select these pairs, press bridge, move on to the next edge, bridge, and so on. Maybe let's scale this part a little bit bigger. And adjust the shape to connect with this one. Perfect. Okay, let's make the next element now. Let's do this part. It's a bit more complicated. Okay, use the line tool and trace the outline of this element. Once you have an outline like this, check that all the vertices are set to corner and convert to editable poly. Now use the connect tool and cut tool to make some sort of a grid. We want all the vertices connected. Try to make them quads, but if it's not possible, don't spend too much time on it. Okay, use the cut tool to add a line here. We want to add some more edges to define the shape better. You can see there is a line going like this. And the line going like this. Okay. Let's finish this line. Okay. Isolate your selection by pressing Alt plus Q. Let's tweak the shape now. Select these edges and move them out like this. Make the change gradual. And do the same for this part. Check the reference image to see the shape better. let's add some more edges. Select this edge ring, press connect, and use the cut tool to finish it. Let's move these edges back a little bit. Select this edge ring, connect, and move these edges in. Okay, let's add shell modifier. And turbo smooth. There is a little smoothing issue over here. That's because there are two vertices very close to each other, and we should weld them. You can see that it's fixed now. Okay, increase the iterations, and I think this element looks pretty good. Unhide all. And just move these vertices. Okay. Maybe add one more edge loop here, just to make a smoother transition. Like this. Now Shift plus rotate and make a copy. Okay, we should mirror that. This element here is pretty similar, but we need to make some little adjustments. Go back to editable poly level and move the vertices like this. Okay. Let's move on to the next element. Copy this one again. Mirror. And move into place. It's a pretty close match. Just need to adjust this part. Go to editable poly level and delete these vertices. And now use the scale tool and scale these vertices to 0 on the y-axis. This will make them flat. Select these edges and extrude them. Use Shift plus Move. Keep extruding until you have the final shape. Like this. Now let's make the connecting part here. It's just a simple line. Increase the interpolation steps and convert to editable poly. Select these edge loops and chamfer them. Like this. Let's make this little leaf over here. Use the line tool and trace 1/2 of the outline. Mirror the line, make a copy, and attach them together. Now weld these top vertices and the bottom ones as well. Set all vertices to corner. And convert to editable poly. Connect these middle vertices and use the cut tool to make a grid. Okay. Delete this polygon on the left. Isolate the selection. Looks like there are some unwelded vertices here. Just weld them. And let's give it some 3D shape. Move these edges and these polygons. These vertices over here. And this edge here. Add symmetry modifier. Flip. Like this. Actually, let's move this vertex over here. And this one as well. Now add shell. And turbo smooth. Okay, looks like we need to add some more edges here. Select this loop. Make sure you have only the left side edges selected and use extrude. Set the height to 0 and change the width to a very small value. Like this. It's like something's getting messed up here. Let's see. Okay, let's undo that. Let's do simpler. Add edit poly on top of shell. Select this edge, press loop, and extrude. Like this. Unhide everything and check this element in place. Now let's make the bottom leaf just the same way. Actually, we can copy this element, scale it up, and adjust the shape. These leaves are a little bit rounder. And this one is larger. And delete these polygons over here. And adjust the shape like this. Select these edges and connect them. Okay. Go to perspective view and move them out. Just to give more shape to this object. Let's increase the shell value a little bit. Or better not. Let's just scale it. Let's move this down. Like this. Okay, all that's left is making the connectors and use the rectangle tool. Give it a rectangular profile. And rotate it like this. Adjust the size. And convert to editable poly. Select all edges and chamfer them. Like this. And add turbo smooth. Copy this over here. Rotate, scale it smaller. And check in perspective view. And one more over here. Scale it a little bit larger. Like this. Let's copy the connector from here to this part. Okay. Let's adjust the shape of this element. And delete the symmetry. Now you can select all these elements and mirror them to the other side. Let's center this part. And adjust this. like this. Let's assign everything a simple V-Ray material. Okay. Select the back and group everything together. Move here and scale it up. Let's check in this view if the proportions are correct. Should be a little bit wider, like this. Move here and match the scale of the front. Okay. I have the size written down over here. Let's make a reference box and adjust the size so it's proper. So the length is 211. The width is 1 meter 96 centimeters. And the height is 1 meter 56 centimeters. Like this. Let's scale it smaller. Match the width to this model. Okay. Looks like we need to tweak the shape a little bit. Move this down and open the group. Select this element, scale it a little bit smaller, and move the vertices here. Like this. Delete the other side and mirror again. Okay. Close the group. And position over here. And position this part over here. Now let's copy this element to the sides as well. Well, first let's copy it to the back. And now to the sides. So this is the basic frame. Let's make this part for the baldachin as well. Make a circle. Rotate it 90 degrees. Adjust the size of the profile. and copy to the bottom. Okay, make connecting lines like this and copy here. That's good. Make some vertical ones as well. Copy to the other side. Like this. And make the circles. Convert the circle to editable spline. Select the line element and scale it like this. It's a bit too thick. Reduce the thickness. Move over here. Now convert it to editable poly. Select one of these edges, press ring, press loop, and chamfer the result. Go to the top view and make a copy to the side. Rotate, position like this, and mirror to the other side. Convert the circle to the editable spline and attach the other circle to it. Delete the back and increase the interpolation steps. Now add edit poly modifier. Select these edges, ring, loop, chamfer. Okay, now let's make these lines over here. Use the line tool. And make the profile square. Convert to editable poly, delete the add polygon over here, and add turbo smooth. And get rid of this little diagonal edge over here. Like this. Let's tweak the shape a little bit. And copy to the other side. Actually, let's make an instance. Just so we can tweak the shape on both of them at the same time. Like this. Make them meet in the middle. Let's add one more line. this. Convert to editable poly, delete the end polygons, and turbo smooth. And mirror to the other side. Like this. Make a small circle over here. Change the profile to radial. Rotate 90 degrees. And reduce the radius. Make a copy to the top. Okay. And for the top part, let's just copy the sleeve from here. Open the group, copy the sleeve, and detach it from the group. Okay. Position in place. Scale smaller. Actually, let's leave it like it is. Just the leaf shape instead. Okay, group it together, and the canopy is ready. Let's move it over here. And unhide everything. Now select the reference box, add reset X form, and delete it. This brings our box back to its original size. Okay, close the group of the bed. Select this part and scale everything up to match the reference box. Like this. Maybe move this up a little bit. Okay, the basic frame is ready. Now we just need to add a mattress, some covers, sheets, pillows. I'll show you how to do that in the next video.